me. Look at me. We're gonna take a deep breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Did you see? I couldn't even take a deep breath.
I know. I have nowhere to.
Welcome everybody to A Novel Bunch, your modern day book club. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun YouTube stuff. And if you're listening on a platform like iTunes or Audible and you're loving the vibes, please feel free to leave us a review. It really allows us to connect with our fellow book-loving community. Now today, Miss Molly Burnett, we are doing something a little different. We are doing a live read of chapter 44 of A Court of Wings and Ruin. And my goodness, guys, this is our second live read. This is the High Lords meeting when you-know-who comes to join, and I'm freaking the F out. So excited.
You have been waiting for this moment for so long. I've had to smack you back down and gently remind you that this man was not very good to Feyre.
I know, and I don't know what the disconnect for me is. I love Daddy Reese's PCs. Like, they are meant to be together. This is, like, ride or die for life. Love them. But I just feel really bad for Tam Tam. And I feel like...
You're incredibly loyal, okay? You are one of the most loyal bitches.
To a fault. I can't help myself. But I feel like he deserves a little redemption arc. And I think he deserves this closure, because she came, Feyre, to his court undercover as this girl still. And then she completely just ripped it apart, and it was not great. He's got to be devastated, and he's still in love with her. I know it.
Now, hold on, just quick caveat here, because you are correct. However, he did sell her and her family out to the King of Hybern.
He didn't mean to do that. He wasn't like, this is my plan. His plan was, oh, I'm going to partner with the King of Hybern so I can get the love of my life back. He didn't realize the sisters were going to be involved and they were going to be thrown in the cauldron. I don't think he was part of that. I think Ianthe sold him and the family out.
Right. If you do it, though, you still have to face the consequences of it.
Oh, yeah. That thing. Okay, yeah. Well, we'll do that. I mean, we'll see. I don't know why I feel so bad for him. But you're right. He's done some messed up stuff. I get that. I'm not saying he hasn't. Like, some really messed up things.
Well, because he was really lovely. Book 1 is so romantically written and so beautiful. And she is just taken out of the depths of obscurity. Have you seen that funny breakdown of like what ACOWAR is? And it's like this 17-year-old gets ripped from obscurity, from like living in squalor by this hot king that she can't stand for some reason. It was so funny.
But that's it. That is literally it.
There's an element to that, yes, and it was a beautiful, beautiful tale. So I'm a little bit now. Maybe this is my trauma and my scars. If you fuck with me to that degree, I hate you now. I hate you now.
But that's how she's acting, and there's so many things that she says about him even that I'm like, baby. Yeah. But that's how you would react too. So
100%. I'm constantly, oh my God, last night, I was like, and then you were like, Molly, and then I went and I was like,
last night was amazing. Well, I love my FaceTimes from Molly Burnett. We'll leave it at that. Just
also really quick to meet you guys. It's Halloween time. It's spooky season, so I got a fun little new thing for the set. And
show us her. Did we name her yet?
She doesn't have a name, but she's a little.
How about like Suriel the Ghost?
Suriel. You know what? No, her name is Gladys.
That she is a Gladys. I feel that. I vibe with that.
Big Gladys energy.
Well, with big Gladys energy, I've been waiting to read this motherfucking chapter. I'm so excited. Do you want to kick us off and like let's give her a go, my girl? Like, you've read this, I haven't. So
yes, right.
Freaking dying to see, because I will say we'll lead you guys in with the last sentence of the last chapter, right? Okay. And my blood went colder than Callia's ice. Am I saying that right? Callias?
I thought it was Callias.
Oh. Things are
once
going
again,
well for us.
cannot stress enough. I thought it was Slytherin, so I like to add. I like to add syllables. It's the Colorado.
Okay, let's
Right.
test her out. We'll test her out. We'll see what comes out, what comes natural. So the last sentence, chapter 43, and my blood went colder than Callius's ice as Tamlin appeared and smiled like a wolf.
Oh, like a
Woof,
what?
woof. Woof, woof. You guys, she makes fun of me because I pronounce wolf as woof. It's just...
Smiled like a woof. Like the scary wolf he is. All right, bitch. Absolute silence. Absolute stillness. I felt the tremor of magic slide through the room as shield after shield locked into place around each High Lord and his retinue. The one Rhysand had already snapped around us, now reinforcing. Rage laced its essence. Wrath and rage, even if my mate's face was bored, lazy. I just fucking love that this man is so swaggy that he can be feeling a million things inside, but he's just like this.
Just back, completely unbothered. It's so fucking hot.
Resting bitch face can be very sexy sometimes.
Yes, agreed.
I tried to school mine into the cold caution with which Nesta regarded him, or the vague distaste on Moors. I tried, and utterly failed. I knew his moods, his temper. Here was the High Lord who had shredded those Naga into bloody ribbons. Here was the High Lord who had impaled Amarantha on Lucian's sword and ripped out her throat with his teeth.
Can I just stop you there? She did that for Feyre. Okay, go on.
Yes.
Just wanted to throw that in there.
Did do that for Feyre? And at that point, he wasn't bad. We were totally Team Tamlin. It wasn't until they went back and Tamlin's like, don't deal with your trauma. And I'm not going to listen to anything that you... We don't need to go there. Anyway. All of it gleaming in those green eyes as they fixed on me, on Rhys. Tamlin's teeth were white as crow-picked bones as he smiled broadly. Thesan rose, his captain remaining seated beside him. By the way, sexy Thesan and his captain.
I know, I love them.
You know that movie, the Red, White, and Blue or whatever? With
yes!
I picture those two as Thesan and...
Cute. Isn't there a little blondie in that? That's who I'm thinking
sexy
of.
blonde that was in the one with
Anne Hathaway. Yes.
Decent.
We're doing well here.
Hi. Decent, I think. I've already forgotten his... Oh, no, we picked who we think Thesan is. No, that was Helion.
That was Helion. Side note, really quickly, I saw on my Wi-Fi today that there was I thought it was said Helion. It's like my neighbors, and it was helium.
Oh.
And I was like, how cool would that have been? But it wasn't.
We could have bonded hard over ACOWAR. Damn. All right. Thesan rose, his captain remaining seated beside him, albeit with a hand on his sword. We were not expecting you, Tamlin. Thesan gestured with a slender hand towards his cringing attendants. Fetch the High Lord a chair. Tamlin did not tear his gaze from me, from us. His smile turned subdued, yet somehow more unnerving, more vicious. He wore his usual green tunic, no crown, no adornments, no sign of any bandolier to replace the one I'd stolen. Baron drawled, I will admit, Tamlin, that I'm surprised to see you here. Tamlin didn't alter his focus from me. I'm stressed.
What would you do? I would literally just...
I'd be so stressed. From every breath I took, rumor claims your allegiance now lies elsewhere. Tamlin's gaze shifted, but down to the ring on my finger, to the tattoo adorning my right hand, flowing the glittering pale blue sleeve of my gown, and then it rose right to that crown I'd picked for myself. I didn't know what to say. What to do with my body, my breathing. No more masks, no more lies and deceptions. The truth, now sprawled bare and open before him. What I'd done in my rage, the lies I'd fed him. The people and land I'd laid vulnerable to Hybern. And now that I'd returned to my family, my mate, my molten wrath had cooled into something sharp-edged and brittle. The attendants hauled over a chair, setting it between one of Baron's sons and Helion's entourage. Neither looked thrilled about it, though they weren't stupid enough to physically recoil as Tamlin sat. He said nothing. Not a word. Helion waved a scar-flecked hand. Let's get on with it, then. Thesan cleared his throat. No one looked toward him. Not as Tamlin surveyed the hand Rhys had resting on my sparkling. The
Bro.
loathing, bitch.
This like really hurts my heart. It hurts. It's so bad.
I know, I know. Have you ever been with somebody and an ex
Like in the same
in
room.
the room?
I'm sure, but I was probably young and immature. Didn't even have. This is a little different. Like she literally just wrecked his lands, his court, went undercover. He was in love with her. And now she's with his enemy. And his hand is on her thigh. I mean, I get it. They're mates. Like, if you're going to have one hell of a reason to do it, them being mates, I get it. Does he
Yeah.
know they're mates yet, though?
I'm sure. He sees the tattoo. I think he sees the mate tattoo,
Oh.
the highlight. Like, he's gotta fucking know. He's gotta fucking know.
Poor Tammy Tam.
I know. I mean, this kind of happened to me low key last night. I was watching my episode of 911 with my daddy Cassian. I was like, used to date one of them, and he was
Oh,
like,
and the one you worked with you dated. Whoops. Sorry. Was I allowed to say that? I said it, bitches.
many moons ago doesn't mean anything. You guys don't sleuth for 1 second. Let's get back to the reading.
I just air all your dirty laundry without asking.
It's okay because we never say names. So I think if we never say names, it'll be all right.
Facts.
Anyway,
I'm a lady.
the loathing in Tamlin's eyes practically simmered. No one, not even Amarantha, had ever looked at me with such hatred. No, Amarantha hadn't really known me. Her loathing had been superficial, driven from a personal history that poisoned everything but Tamlin. Tamlin knew me, and now hated every inch of what I was. He opened his mouth, and I braced myself. It would seem congratulations are in order. Flat and yet sharp as his claws currently hidden beneath his golden skin. I said nothing. Rhys only held Tamlin's stare, held it with a face like ice, and yet utter rage roiled beneath it. Cataclysmic rage surging and writhing down the bond between us. But my maid addressed Thesan, who had reclaimed his seat, yet seemed far from any sort of ease. We can discuss the matter at hand later, Tamlin said calmly. Don't stop on my account. The light in Rhysand's eyes guttered as if a hand of darkness wiped away those stars. But he reclined in his chair, withdrawing his hand from my knee to trace idle circles on his seat's wooden arms. I'm not in the business of discussing our plans with enemies. Hellion across the reflection pool grinned like a lion. No, Tamlin said with equal ease. You're just in the business of fucking them.
Oh, wait. He said this in front of all the High Lords.
Damn
Give me this line again. You're just in the business of fucking them.
Yeah, he said, Rhysand says, I'm not in the business of discussing our plans with enemies, and he goes, you're right, you're just in the business of fucking them.
That is ballsy AF. Tam. I mean, good for you. He's clearly still hurt.
Call him out. You're angry. Call him out. Am I the problem that was kind of hot?
No, I loved it. Give me more Tam. More of that side of you, Tam.
Oh my goodness. Every thought and sound eddied out of my head. Yeah, mine too. Mine too, Feyre.
Mine 3.
Yeah, Ellis's too. All 3. We're all pissed on. Cassian, Azriel, and more were still as death, their fury rippling off them in silent waves. But whether Tamlin noticed or cared that 3 of the deadliest people in this room were currently contemplating his demise, he didn't let on. Rhys shrugged, smiling faintly. Seems a far less destructive alternative to war. And yet here you are, having started it in the first place. Rhysand's blink was the only sign of his confusion. A claw slid out of Tamlin's knuckle. Callias tensed, a hand drifting to the arm of Vivian. Vivian,
Vivian, that's how I was pronouncing it. Don't ask me.
Post in the comments. We're sorry, babies. A hand drifted to the arm of Vivian's chair as if he'd thrown himself in front of it, but Tamlin only dragged that claw lightly down the curved arm in front of him. Of his own chair. As he'd once dragged them down my skin. Oh my god, I just...
Wait, what? Say that again.
Sorry, but Tamlin had dragged that claw lightly down the carved arm of his own chair as he'd once dragged them down my skin.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's so doing it on purpose, dude. He's doing that on purpose. He's like, I'm gonna show you, bitch.
What you're missing, that's hilarious because he literally, it says, he smiled as if he knew precisely what memory it triggered.
I need a moment. I need a true moment because so many memories that I read in ACOWAR, beautiful, fabulous, amazing memories of them. And by the way, I know everyone hates this memory. I thought it was so hot. When they were under the mountain, and I know everyone wanted him to, like, save her, but he, like, pulled her into the room, and, like, she unbuckled his belt. Can't even say
I thought it was hot, too. I'm sorry. It was hot. I know.
Like,
and he was like, he didn't even try and save you. I was like, yeah, but also, like...
You all thought you were gonna die and that the curse was up, and he was like, yo, like, one last, like, I love you, let's...
Bang it out real quick down here in the cell.
But I'm sorry. I love that moment. Shoot me, hate me, whatever. I get it now. Reading A Court of Mist and Fury, I get what they're all saying. And even Rhys, he was so mad because he's like, it was one chance to save you. But in the moment of reading it, it was hot. Go on.
I know. I agree. He smiled as if he knew precisely what memory it triggered, but said to my mate, if you hadn't stolen my bride away in the night, Rhysand, I would not have been forced to take such drastic measures to get her back. Not a lot of accountability there, Tam.
Oh, well.
No, because she did. Feyre's right there. She gets to decide who she loves. Rhysand didn't steal her.
I know, but that's the narrative he told himself, for sure. Of course.
What is...
I love the bangs. Give me more.
I am having such a hard time. Okay. I said quietly, the sun was shining when I left you. Slid to me, glazed and foreign. He let out a low snort and then looked away again. Dismissal. Callias asked, why are you here, Tamlin? I'd like to know that too.
Same. To confront his ex and her mate.
Yeah, because he's trying to stunt on his old work.
1000%. Oh my god.
Tamlin's claw dug into the wood, puncturing deep, even as his voice remained mild. I had no doubt that gesture was meant for me, too. I bartered access to my lands to get back the woman I love from a sadist who plays with minds as if they are toys. I meant to fight Hybern, to find a way around the bargain I made with the king once she was back, once Rhysand and his cabal had turned her into one of them, and she delighted in ripping open my territory for Hybern to invade, all for a petty grudge, either her own or her master's.
Oh god, no. Master's?
Tamlin.
What, do you think that you were her master? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, and he proved that with his actions.
Oh, Tamlin, you're making me look bad. I take it all back. I hated the moment under the mountain.
No, it was still hot. We can hold two things at once. That's the true sign of intelligence.
Yep.
Two opposing thoughts at the same time.
I love it.
You don't get to rewrite the narrative, I breathed. You don't get to spin this to your advantage. Let's go, bitch. Tamlin only angled his head at Rhys. When you fuck her, have you ever noticed that little noise she makes right before she climaxes?
Molly! What the fuck was that? Oh god, now he went there.
Yeah,
he went there. Not only is he doing it, saying it like to Feyre and Reese's Pieces, which that is the ultimate smack because it's basically saying, hey, I've been there, done that. I know exactly what you are doing. That's like awful. But he's doing it in front of all of the freaking High Lords, the biggest rulers in Prythian. This is not good. It's not good, Molly.
Cool. Not cool, Tamlin. Not cool. This is fucking fuck, though, okay? Tamlin said, I'm going to go there and I'm going to be an absolute jackass from start to finish, like most men do, because they don't think through their actions here. Not that you're going to look like an idiot, because she's obviously very much in love with this guy over here, and you're coming and you look butthurt and you look weird and you're like that guy now, and all the other things are like,
It's giving I'm embarrassed for you. Man, I really am just going like...
The tables have turned. My goodness, it's giving me the ick, is what it's giving.
Yes.
Heat stained my cheeks. This wasn't outright battle, but a steady, careful shredding of my dignity, my credibility. Baron beamed, delighted, while Eris carefully monitored. Rhys turned his head, looking me over from head to toe, then back to Tamlin, a storm about to be unleashed. But it was Asriel who said, his voice like cold death, "Be careful how you speak about my high lady."
Fucking stop it!
Asriel.
Sorry, I'm so excited. That's so hot.
I know.
Daddy Az is back, baby.
Let's go. Surprise flashed in Tamlin's eyes and then vanished, swallowed by pure fury as he realized what that tattoo coating my hand was for. It was not enough to sit at my side, was it? A hateful smile curled his lips. You once asked me if you'd be my high lady, and when I said no, a low laugh. Perhaps I underestimated you. Why serve in my court when you could rule in his? Bitch, fucking yeah, bitch.
I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game, motherfucker.
Like, you wanted me to, like, be your little, like, cutie butt bride. He wants me to sit next to him because I'm just as smart. Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? Like,
I knew he was going to be a dick, but you're really not making a case very well at all, my guy. You just look pathetic, and I'm embarrassed. I still feel bad for you, and I still low-key will always have a place in my heart for you, but you're really pissing me off. I don't like any of this.
It's giving the ick.
It's giving the ick. Oh, my heart is like pounding.
I know.
Is that normal? Is that normal? What's Tamlin gonna say? Oh my god.
I love it.
It's
so
a
much.
book, Alyssa.
No, but this is why reading is so fun.
I
Movies,
know,
art,
I
reading. I
know,
just posted
I
something
know.
Ethan Hawke said about how art isn't always for everybody all the time. You know, do you go out of your way to go read poems? No, but if your dad died, or if you lost a child, or if you got sick, like or if you get your heart broken in a relationship, we reach towards art. And so this is, writing is art. This is art.
Yes, and I love it. It's my favorite kind of art. Feed me, Sarah J. Maas.
Tamlin at last faced the other gathered high lords and their retinues. They peddle tales of defending our land and peace, and yet she came to my lands and laid them bare for Hybern. She took my high priestess and warped her mind after she shattered her bones for spite. And if you are asking yourself what happened to that human girl who went under the mountain to save us, look to the male sitting beside her. Ask what he stands to gain, what they stand to gain from this war, or lack of it. Would we fight Hybern only to find ourselves with a king and queen of Prythian? She's proved her ambition, and you saw how he was more than happy to serve Amarantha to remain unscathed.
Really quickly, this completely goes against that theory that I talk about, that Tamlin is Lucian shape-shifting, because unless he's just trying to be an asshole, but I'm going to put that theory to rest, because if you were there and you saw what she did to Ianthe, I mean, bro, come on, she deserved it.
And I don't think you can use magic to defend it anymore. I don't know, you can't think logic when you're...
Come on, he was glamoring. He was going into the Daemati world. He knew to have a glamour on. That's like been my whole argument. I don't know if I believe it. I really don't now, but it was fun to think about while it lasted.
I don't think I can either after this. I was waiting for this to happen for me to fight you deeper on that, but now this is tough. This is tough.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I know. It was an effort not to snarl, not to grip the arms of my chair and roar at him. Rhys let out a dark laugh. Well played, Tamlin. You're learning. Swag. Swag. Ire contorted Tamlin's face at the condescension, but he faced Elias. You asked why I'm here, I might ask the same of you. He jerked his chin at the High Lord of Winter, at Vivian, the few other members of their retinue who had remained silent. You mean to tell me that after Under the Mountain you can stomach working with him? A finger flung in Rhysand's direction. I wanted to rip that finger right off of Tamlin's hand and feed it to the Middengard worm. The silvery glow about Callias dulled. Even Vivian seemed to dim. We came here to decide that for ourselves. Moore was staring at her friend in quiet question. Vivian, for the first time since we'd arrived, did not look towards her, only at her mate. Rhys said softly to them, to everyone, I had no involvement in that, none. Callias's airs flared like blue flame. You stood beside her throne while the order was given. I watched, stomach twisting, as Rhys's golden skin paled. I tried to stop it. Tell that to the parents of the 24 younglings she butchered, Callias said, that you tried. I had forgotten. Forgotten that bit of Amarantha's despicable history. It had happened while I was still at the spring court. A report one of Lucian's contacts at the winter court managed to smuggle out of 24 children killed by the blight by Amarantha. Rhys's mouth tightened. There is not one day that passes when I don't remember it, he said to Callias, to Vivian, to their companions. Not one day I hadn't known. He had told me once, all those months ago, that there were memories he could not bring himself to share. Even with me, I had assumed it was only in regard to what Amarantha had done to him, not what he might have been forced to witness to, forced to endure, bound and trapped. Oof.
This is so tough, because I do remember those past chapters when he literally told Feyre, Rhysand, he goes, I can't tell anyone. It was just so dark. It was so bad. And he had to be part of this. He didn't, like, do it, right?
No, he didn't. He just had to witness. And that's why I'm on the fence here about their anger at him, because
yeah,
it's like, now we have to remember, like, most of these High Lords thinks he's a jackass, like an absolute arrogant asshole, evil piece of shit. So, like, they're all coming to terms in real time with this new reality. So I'm assuming that's why they're jabbing him a little extra, because it's not super fair for them to be like, you were next to Amarantha when this happened, and it's like, okay, but she was the devil. You guys, we all know that, right? So like, yeah.
Oh, God.
And standing by, leashed to Amarantha, while she ordered the murder of those children, remembering, Callias said, doesn't bring them back, does it? No. Rhys said plainly, no, it doesn't. And I am now fighting to make sure it never happens again. Vivian glanced between her husband and Rhys. I was not present under the mountain, but I would hear, High Lord, how you tried to stop her. Pain tightened her face. She, too, had been unable to prevent it while she guarded her small slice of the territory. Rhys said nothing. Baron snorted. Finally speechless, Rhysand. I put a hand on Rhys's arm. I had no doubt Tamlin marked it. And I didn't care. I said to my mate, not bothering to keep my voice down, I believe you. Says the woman, Baron countered, who gave an innocent girl's name and her steed for Amarantha to butcher as well. Guys,
you toxic men need to sit the fuck down.
Lest we forget, she saved your bitch ass life.
Yeah.
And now dogging her, like,
dude. Okay, I knew I didn't like him, obviously, for multiple reasons, but he just continues to digging himself deeper into that grave.
They all do. All these men, like, yeah, guys, it's giving Silicon Valley tech bros.
Not good. Not good.
The ick. I blacked out the words, the memory of Claire. Re-swallowed, I tightened my grip on his arm. His voice was rough as he said to Callias, when your people rebelled, and they had, I recalled, Winter had rebelled against Amarantha, and the children that had been Amarantha's answer. Her punishment for the disobedience. She was furious. She wanted you dead, Callias. Vivian's face drained of color. Rhys went on. I convinced her that it would serve little purpose. So he saved his life.
Oh, wow. Another life saved. Are people saying thank you? Where's the gratitude? Appreciate it.
Who knew, Baron mused, that a cock could be so persuasive?
Wait.
Baron.
I'm sorry you don't have wings, Baron, and you know what I'm talking about, bitch.
You're so cute. Are you saying he has a small penis? Is that what we're getting at? There you go. I got you. Sorry you don't have wings, bitch. Yeah, sorry you have a small dick. And that's my take and Alyssa's take wrapped up into one.
Oh my God.
It's good. Father, Eris's voice was low with warning, for Cassian, Asriel, Moore, and I had fixed our gazes upon Baron, and none of us were smiling. Perhaps Eris would be High Lord sooner than he planned. But Rhys went on to Callias. She backed off the idea of killing you. Your rebels were dead. I convinced her it was enough. I thought it was the end of it. His breathing hitched slightly. I only found out when you did. I think she viewed my defense of you as a warning sign, and she didn't tell me any of it, and she kept me confined. I tried to break into the minds of the soldiers she sent, but her damper on my power was too strong to hold them, and it was already done. She sent a Daemati with them to, he faltered, the children's minds. They'd been shattered, re-swallowed. I think she wanted you to suspect me.
Oh my god, wait. That sneaky little fucking snake Amarantha.
She's smart.
Yeah. Damn it. Damn it.
Sent Daemati to go fuck with the little kid's brains so that they would think it was Rhysand.
Yeah.
She's a sick bitch.
Yeah, very.
Sick bitch. To keep us from ever allying against her. What he must have witnessed within those soldiers' minds. Where did she confine you? The question came from Vivian, her arms wrapped around her middle. I wasn't entirely ready for it when Rhys said her bedroom.
Ugh. Yuck. Yuck. I don't like thinking about that. That makes
Bummer. Me neither. Bummer. That is bummer. I don't like that at all.
She's like, oh shit. And then in front of like her ex, awkward.
Also, like, Amarantha, what happens if you like have to poop or fart or something? Like, my friends did not hide their rage, their grief at the details he kept, even from them. Stories and words, Tamlin said, lounging in his chair. Is there any proof? Proof. Cassian snarled, half rising in his seat, wings starting to flare. No, Rhys cut in as Moore blocked Cassian with an arm, forcing him to sit. Rhys added to Callias, but I swear it upon my mate's life. His hand at last rested atop mine. For the first time since I'd known him, Rhys's skin was clammy. I reached down the wand. Even as Rhys held Callias' stare, I did not have any words, only myself. Only my soul as I curled up against his towering shields of black adamant. He'd known what coming here, presented just as we were, would cost him. What he might have to reveal beyond the wings he loved so dearly. Tamlin rolled his eyes. It took every scrap of restraint to keep me from lunging for him, from ripping those eyes out. But whatever Callias read in Rhys's face, his words, he pinned Tamlin with a hard stare as he asked again, "Why are you here, Tamlin?"
We're all asking.
Bitch, I mean...
At this point, baby.
Yeah, it's giving distraction. Okay, buddy, big more coming. Let's get to it. A muscle flickered in Tamlin's jaw. I am here to help you fight against Hybern. Bullshit, Cassian muttered. Tamlin glowered at him. Cassian, folding his wings in neatly as he leaned back in his chair once more, just offered a crooked grin in return. You will forgive us, Thesan interrupted gracefully, if we are doubtful and hesitant to share any fucking plans with you, you stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just hesitant to share any plans. Okay.
Verbatim line read, please, Molly.
Right. Sorry, my bad. Even when I have information on Hybern's movements, silence. Tarquin across the pool watched and listened, either because he was the youngest of them, or perhaps he knew some advantage lay in letting us battle it out ourselves. Tamlin smiled at me. Why do you think I invited them to the house? Into my lands, he let out a low snarl, and I felt Rhys tensing as Tamlin said to me, I once told you I would fight against tyranny, against that sort of evil. Did you think you were enough to turn me from that? His teeth shone as white as bone. It was so easy for you to call me a monster despite all I did for you, for your family. A sneer toward Nesta, who was frowning with distaste. Yet you witnessed all that he did under the mountain and still spread your legs for him. He whored for Amarantha for decades. Why shouldn't you be a whore in return? Oh my god!
Literally speechless, because that is poor, naughty, bad behavior.
Naughty
Tamlin. That's your new name. Naughty Tamlin.
Naughty Tamlin.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. It's her mate, bro. Like, I know you're heartbroken. Oh my god. Okay, bring us home, because I'm dying.
Yeah. I know. By the way, we're like, let's make this 20 minutes. We're at 40. Watch your mouth, Moore snapped. I was having difficulty swallowing, breathing. Tamlin ignored her wholly and waved a hand toward Rhysand's wings. I sometimes forget what you are. Have the masks come off now, or is this another ploy? You're beginning to become tedious, Tamlin, Helion said, propping his head on a hand. Take your lover's spat elsewhere and let the rest of us discuss this war. Fucking thank you! You'd be
Get
all too happy
out.
for war, considering how well you made out in the last one. No one says war can't be lucrative, Helion countered. Tamlin's lip curled in a silent snarl that made me wonder if he'd gone to Helion to break my bargain with Rhys and if Helion had refused. Enough, Kallias said. We have our opinions on how the conflict with Hybern should be dealt with. Those glacial eyes hardened as he again took in Tamlin. Are you here as an ally of Hybern or Prythian? The mocking, hateful gleam faded into granite resolve. I stand against Hybern. Prove it. Helion goaded. Tamlin lifted his hand and a stack of papers appeared on the little tables beside his chair. Charts of armies, ammunition, caches of Feybane, everything carefully gleaned these months. All of this directed at me. As I so much as lower my chin. My back ached from keeping it so straight, a twinge of pain flanking either side of my spine. Noble as it sounds, Helion went on, who is to say that information is correct, or that you aren't Hybern's agent trying to mislead us? Who is it to say that Rhysand and his cronies aren't agents of Hybern? All of this is a ruse to get you to yield without even realizing it. Nesta murmured, you can't be serious. Now I'm starting to like this bitch.
I love her.
Moore gave my sister a look as if to say, he certainly was. If we need to ally against Hybern, Thiessen said, you are doing a good job of convincing us not to band together, Tamlin. I am simply warning you that they might present the guise of honesty and friendship, but the fact remains that he warmed Amarantha's bed for 50 years and only worked against her when it seemed the tide was turning. I'm warning you that while he claims his own city was attacked by Hybern, they made off remarkably well, as if they'd been anticipating it. Don't think he wouldn't sacrifice a few buildings and lesser ferries to lure you into an alliance, into thinking you had a common enemy. Why is it that only the Night Court got word about the attack on Adriata, and were the only ones to arrive in time to play savior? They received word, Varian cut in coolly, because I warned them of it.
Aren't Varian and Amren like something's kind of happening there, right?
Going on there.
Right? Because like
wearing his little diamonds. He's
yes.
like,
Okay. Because I'm like picking up all those vibes, and I'm like,
100%, and I'm fucking here for it. Tarquin whipped his head to his cousin, brows high with surprise. Perhaps you're working with them too, Tamlin said to the Prince of Adriata. You're next in line, after all. You're insane, I breathed to Tamlin as Varian bared his teeth. Do you hear what you're saying? I pointed towards Nesta. Hybern turned my sisters into Fae after your bitch of a priestess sold them out. Let's go! Perhaps Ianthe's mind was already in Rhysand's thrall, and what a tragedy to remain young and beautiful. You're a good actress. I'm sure the trait runs in the family.
I mean, she is a phenomenal actress. I will say. I mean, that commendable. I get it, bruh. She played you.
Yeah, 100%. You're just butthurt because she played you like the fiddle that you like to play from time to time. Nesta let out a low laugh. If you want someone to blame for all of this, she said to Tamlin, perhaps you should first look in the mirror. Tamlin snarled at her. Cassian snarled right back. Watch it.
Okay, Daddy Cassian.
Yes! Tamlin looked between my sister and Cassian, his gaze lingering on Cassian's wings tucked in behind him, and snorted. Seems like other preferences run in the Archeron family, too.
Naughty.
So naughty Tamlin. My power began to rumble, a behemoth rising up, yawning awake. What do you want? I hissed. An apology for me to crawl back into your bed and play nice little wife? Why should I want spoiled...
He'd like that.
Yeah, he fucking would like that.
He'd be like, I'm into that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why should I want spoiled goods returned to me? My cheeks heated. Tamlin growled. The moment you let him fuck you like in one heartbeat, the poisoned words were spewing from his mouth where fangs lengthened and then they stopped. Tamlin's mouth simply stopped emitting sounds. He shut his mouth, opened it, tried again. Embarrassing. No sound, not even a snarl came out. There was no smile on Rhysand's face, not a glint of that irreverent amusement as he rested his head against the back of his chair. The gasping fish look is a good one for you, Tamlin. The others who had been watching with disdain and amusement and boredom now turned to my mate, who now possessed a shadow of fear in their eyes as they realized who and what exactly sat amongst them. Brethren, and yet not. Tamlin was a high lord as powerful as any of them, except for the one at my side. Rhys was as different from them as humans were to Fae. They forgot it sometimes how deep that well of power went, what manner of power Rhys bore. But as Rhysand tipped away Tamlin's ability to speak, they remembered.
Is that the... no. I need to know now what happened.
I know.
Dude, the fact that he is so freaking powerful, Rhysand, and we're always kind of reminded, because sometimes you forget, we get that, but all of these High Lords are so powerful, but he is the most powerful High Lord. And I always think back to this stupid fucking video I made like 6 weeks ago. And it's like, Rhysand is this little fairy.
I remember seeing that and like,
like, no, baby. No, baby. He is the most powerful High Lord. So he literally shut Naughty Tamlin up. He goes, not in my house, bitch, even though they're not in his house, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like, not in his world, because he's the fucking the biggest daddy of them all.
Dude, so I didn't realize that, like, I've got another, they're clearly not going to end that there. I need to know.
Yeah, we've got a ways to go.
Well, it was nice chatting with you, Molly, but I need to go find out what the fuck happens. Because we have what, till chapter 52 we can read to? Yeah.
Yes, correct.
So, well, I love you. Again, another beautiful narration by the one, the only Miss Molly Burnett. Throw the flowers at her. We love her. Guys, we love you so much. These live reads are so fun, and it's just so cool to see as it's happening live, just listening and absorbing, because obviously when you're reading, you absorb what you do, but like hearing it from someone else too, or reading it, it's so fun. I just love it. I love it so much. Well, thank you again, everyone. We love you. Don't forget, Tuesday, chapters 40 to 52, I think that is, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I said that backwards, but I don't give an F because I need to know what happens next. Wouldn't you normally say like 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern? You would put the Pacific first, then Eastern. I did it backwards.
37 years old and I have no idea.
Next time you see a football game coming on, look. You're welcome.
Great.
You're welcome.
Perfect way for me to figure that out. Yeah.
All right, Bunchies. We love y'all so much, and we will see you on Tuesday. Bye.